Namo Buddhaya. One of our viewers have asked from us a question that how can I practice letting go in my life? How can I practice the ability of letting go in my life? So this special video is dedicated for him as well as for all of you who have the same question within yourself. First of all, we need to realize a real reality in our life to have this ability in our lives. And that is, the whole world is out of our control. First of all, you need to realize that. The whole world that you live in this around you is out of your control. People, situations, experiences, and other people's opinions, the things, all the things are out of your control. Remember that. Is that true? Yes. Now, when you take people, can you control people according to all the wishes that you have? No. Can you control the situations that you face in the future? No, you don't know about that. Right? Can you control the experiences that you face in the future? You cannot do that. And also, can you control the things around you according to your wish? No, you cannot control that for 100%. Right? So, first of all, you need to realize this real truth. The whole world is out of our control. But there is something that is within our control. What is that? That is our reaction towards them, our response towards those experiences. Right? So that is what in your control. Right? So normally, it is very hard to let go of the things or the people from our lives because there is a nature of our mind that it has the clinging effect. Our mind likes to grasp the things and the people and the experience that we see. That is what we call the upadana. Supreme Buddha said, Yankinchi dukkhang sambhoti sabbang upadana pacchaya. If there is any suffering which arises in our life, that is because of the clinging of our mind towards them. Right? Now, it is very hard to let go of the anger. Right? It is very hard to let go of the sadness. Right? Now, people would like to let go of the hard situations in their life, right? But our mind is not ready for that. There's a special effect that it always wanders in those difficult situations, sad situations, in anger and evil thoughts, right? It is very hard to let go of those things. But remember, all the things that we experience in this world, all the people that we meet in this world, right? All the things that we have in this world, one day we have to let go of these things. Even though we cannot let go of the things today, one day, at the end of our life, we have to say goodbye to all these things, right? But there is something that we take from this life. What is that? The things that we did according to those stimulations. Our reactions towards those experiences, our reactions towards those people. So, if we collect that karma, right, that is the only thing that we can take from this life. That is the thing that only we own in this life. So, we have to remember, first of all, that the world is out of our control. Right? Things may fade away from our life. People may fade away from our life. And also, if you are going through a hard situation, difficult situations, remember, it will also fade away from your life, because everything in this world is impermanent. Nothing is there is permanent, right? Nothing is permanent, not even your problems, and also, remember, not even your sweet memories, sweet times, beautiful times. Everything is impermanent. So when the things are fading away from our life, right? When the people are walking away from our life, do not hold on to them. The problem we suffer is that we are holding on to those things, right? The more we hold on to things, the more we will suffer, right? The more we hold on to the things, the more we will suffer. Right? It is like you are keeping a red hot iron ball on your palm. Right? The more you hold on to that iron ball, that red hot iron ball, remember, you are the one who is getting hurt. You are the one who is suffering. But if you let go of that, you are not suffering anymore. So what you have to do is realize the reality of impermanence. Every person, everything, every experience, every situation is impermanent. So when those things are being impermanent, you can be happy by seeing the reality, because you have expected that thing in your life, because you know that these things are impermanent in my life, right? When the things are fading away, just don't hold on to them. Let them fade away. Let them go away, right? Don't hold on. The more you hold on, the more you will suffer. So that is how we let go of the things in our life, right? If you let go of the things, when the things are walking away from our life, you can be happy, right? You can be positive always, and you can maintain your inner peace within you. So don't hold on to things, don't hold on to anger, don't hold on to people, because everything is impermanent in this world. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. The words that we speak have a great power. Remember, words can make people, as well as the words can break people. Therefore, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, advised us to speak always the nice words. Supreme Buddha advised us, you should not speak harsh words. Supreme Buddha said, Mavocha parusang kanchi. Do not speak harsh words. Why? Vutta pativadeyutang. If you speak harsh words, you will be spoken harshly by someone one day as a result of that action. That is the law of karma. Supreme Buddha said, Dukkahi sarambhakatha. The harsh speech, rude words, angry words is a suffering for everyone. Patidanda puseyutam. If you speak harsh words, you will be spoken harshly one day. That is the result of those actions. So that is why our great teacher Supreme Buddha advised us to always speak nice and gentle words. Because no one in this world would like to be spoken by anyone harshly. No one likes to listen angry words. No one likes to be scolded by someone. Sometimes in life, we may think to solve the problems, to deal with arguments, we need to be angry. We need to be stubborn. We need to speak harsh words, and we need to hurt others in order to control others. But that is wrong. Remember, our great teacher Supreme Buddha advised us the best way to control the people, best way to win the hearts of the people, win the trust of the people, the best way to deal with the arguments is to use the kind words. The perfect example for controlling people with kindness is our great teacher Supreme Buddha. Supreme Buddha never used harsh words, angry words to control people, to tame people. Supreme Buddha used the kindness, compassion, loving and pleasurable words to speak with people. That is why millions and millions of people loved the Supreme Buddha in the Buddha's time. They loved to listen to the Supreme Buddha's words. They trusted the Supreme Buddha's words because it was very nice. It was kind. It was gentle and it was healing like cool water. So, when we are dealing with our life problems, when we are dealing with people who are very toxic, when we are dealing with arguments, remember, you should watch what you are speaking. You should give a big concern about the words that you speak. Because words are like a weapon. It's like a knife. Now, when we take the knife, we can use the knife in order to do something good as a useful thing. Right? We can use the knife to cut vegetables and cut useful things. And also, knife can be used to kill a person. So words are like that. Words can heal the broken hearts of the people, as well as words can break the hearts of people. Sometimes words can lead someone's life to the death. So that is why Supreme Buddha said, never speak harsh words, rude words, angry words. If you speak angry words, what is the result? You will be spoken angrily and you will get hurt by the same words one day by someone else. So as the result of that action, according to the law of that karma, you're going to go through a hard time one day. So remember, when you speak the words, you have to think about what you are speaking. Supreme Buddha advised us that you should not speak all the things, all the thoughts that comes to your mind. Normally, people don't think about the thoughts that pop up in their mind, right? Supreme Buddha advised us that when a thought arises in your mind, you have to consider about that thought, whether this thought is good or bad. Whether this thought is going to hurt someone else, or is this thought is going to hurt myself. So if it is an evil thought, Supreme Buddha said, you should abandon that. You should not act upon that thought. You should not speak with those thoughts. That is why Supreme Buddha said, Manasache paduttena bhasati va karoti va. If with an impure mind, if one acts or speaks, Supreme Buddha said, Tato nang dukkhamang veti chakkang vahato padang. The suffering will surely follow him like the cart wheel that follows the ox. So, dear devotees, you need to think twice before you speak. You need to give a big concern to what you speak. When you are speaking a word, always let those words to go through these 3 filters. Now, normally, people use filters to filter out the bad things from something good. So you need to flow your words through these three filters before you speak. So what are those three filters? Remember, before you speak any words, always think, is this word is a lie or a true? So when you think that, you can stop lying. So that is the first filter. And the second filter is, before you speak anything, always think, are these words are going to hurt anyone? Then you can stop the rude words that you are speaking. And the third filter is, always think, are these words are useful or not? Then you can stop the useless words that you are speaking with your mouth. So let your words to flow through these three filters. Then your words will be pure, right? If you speak gentle and nice and true words, everyone will like you. Everyone will like to be with you because everyone likes to listen to nice words. Everyone likes to be with people who speak nicely. So always speak gentle and nice words. Never speak harsh words to anyone. Remember, words can make people and words can break people. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya. We all have heard the saying that friend in need is a friend indeed. So it is very important to have a good friend to our life because we can share our thoughts with them, we can share our celebrations with them, as well as we can share the pain and difficult situations that we are feeling in our life with them. That is why our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us, having good friends around you is a blessing for your life. So, our great teacher Supreme Buddha described there are 7 signs of a good friend. If you see these 7 signs in your friend, you have to remember and you have to make sure that your friend is a friend indeed, a good friend. So what are these 7 signs? Number 1, our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us, a true friend, a good friend will do what is hard to do to his friend. That means there are so many people around us who can help us, who will help us, but there are few people who will help us when they are going through the hard times in their life. If they are going through a hard time in their life, if they can help us, if they help us with hard things, right, they are the true friends to our life. That is why Supreme Buddha said, a true friend will do what is hard to do for his friend. Number 2, Supreme Buddha said, he will give what is hard to give to you. Normally, people will like to give when they have money, right? Your friends also will like to help you when they have money, right? But if there is a friend who can help you, even he or she is going through a hard time in his life, right? If he or she will gives you the most valuable things in his life, right? If he or she can share the life with you, he is a good friend, right? So if you see this sign in a friend of yours, remember, he or she is a good friend. Number 3, Supreme Buddha said, he will endure what is hard to endure. That means he will be very patient with you, right? He will accept your faults. He will accept your failures. He will never judge you, right? He will put up with you. He will be very patient with you. Even you are angry with that person, he will never be angry with you. That is the sign of a good friend, right? He will never judge you. He will never be angry with you. He will endure what is hard to endure. Number 4, Supreme Buddha said, He will reveal His secrets to you. There will be nothing that He hides from you in His life, right? He is the person that you all know about Him, right? He will never hide anything from you. He will always reveal His secrets with you because He trusts you. So if someone trusts you, if someone reveals his secrets with you, he's a good friend because he trusts you. And number 5, Supreme Buddha said, He will keep your secrets. He will never reveal your secrets to anyone. He will be a good secret keeper. He will be a trustworthy person, right? That is a good sign of a good friend. And number 6, Supreme Buddha said, when the misfortune strikes your life, when you become unsuccessful in your life, He will never abandon you. Right? There are more people or more friends around us when we have money, right? When we are successful in our lives. But if there is a friend who can be with you, who will be with you when you are down in your life, when you don't have money, when you are poor, if a friend is always with you, he is a good friend. Because that friendship does not depend on money. That friendship depends on the emotions and the hearts of both of you. So if a friend is with you when you are poor or when you are down in your life, right? He is a good friend. That is the 6th sign of a good friend. And the final one, number 7, Supreme Buddha said, He will never disrespect you even when you are down in your life. When you face the failures, when you are unsuccessful in your life, He will never complain about that, right? He will accept your failures and He will give better advice to make your life better and to be successful. So these are the 7 signs of a good friend. If you see a good friend in your life with these 7 signs, make sure to associate with him. Make sure to be loyal to him, right? Make sure to build up a good friendship with him because he is a true friend. So having true friends is a very important thing for our life, because in this society we cannot find many people with these 7 qualities. And I want to tell you that there is a person in your life with all these 7 qualities. They are your parents. Parents have all these 7 qualities. They will never abandon you even when you are down in your life, right? They will give what is hard to give. They will do what is hard to do. They will endure what is hard to endure. That is the nature of your parents. So if you did not find a true friend in your life, be with your parents. They are the true friends. And also there is a time that we have to live alone in this world without our parents. If you did not find a true friend in that time, learn to live alone. Because living alone is better than living with toxic people, toxic friends. So find good friends, find the friends with these qualities and be with them and make friendships with them and make your life better. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. One day, a young lady called Kisa Gotami came running to the Buddha, carrying the dead body of her only child. Her child has passed away, and she refused to admit that her child has been dead. All she thought was that the child is not talking and smiling and giggling is because of a disease. He had fallen ill. So she went around the city calling for a doctor to cure the disease of this innocent child. But as there is no one, no doctor who can bring a dead to the life, finally, a wise man said to her, "Oh, young lady, I know about a doctor who can cure the disease of your child. He resides in that monastery. His name is Gautama the Buddha. Go and meet him, and he will give you a solution for this problem." Then Kisa Gautami came running to the Buddha, and here she lies in front of the Buddha, sobbing and begging to the Buddha to bring the baby back to life. Then our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, out of compassion, he looked into Kisa Gautami and said, "Gautami, I can cure the disease of your child. But before that, to make a medicine for him, I need a handful of mustard seed. Can you bring that?" Kisa Gautami's face was lit up with happiness, and she said, "Oh, Master Gautama, I will bring a handful of mustard seed from anywhere with no time." Then our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, said, "Gautami, not so fast. First of all, you need to remember you should bring a handful of mustard seed from a family where no one have ever died." Then Gautami said, "Okay, Master Gautama, I will bring that." So she went running, carrying the dead body of her own child to the nearest house in the monastery. There was an old lady in that house. Then she asked from that old lady, "Oh, madam, can I have a handful of mustard seed from you? I need to cure the disease of this child. I need it as a medicine." Then the old lady said, "Okay, young lady, I will give you a handful of mustard seed." Then the Gautami asked, "By the way, has anyone have ever died in your family?" Then the old lady said, "Oh, young lady, I am sorry to say, 2 days ago my husband died." Then Kisa Gautami said, "Okay, then there is no use of your mustard seed. I need a handful of mustard seed from a family where no one have ever died." Then she went to the next house and to the next house. She went all around the city, finding a handful of mustard seed from a family where no one have died. But finally, she could not find it. In each and every family, someone have been dead. Finally, she realized that she is not alone in this world. She realized that death is a common fate for all the people. All the people have suffered this common phenomena. Then finally she realized that her child is dead and she cannot bring her back to life. Then what she did was, she went to the jungle and she buried her beloved son in the soil, and she came back to the monastery to meet our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. Finally she said, "Oh, Venerable Sir, I knew my child was dead, but I was awakened from that sorrow." Dear devotees and my dear children, when someone dies, when the near and dear one fade away from our life, disappear from our life, it is one of the greatest, hardest experiences that we are going through in all of our lives. Sometimes it may be traumatic to many people. Sometimes they may cry over years and years because of loss of loved ones. So, Supreme Buddha said, this wasn't happen only for you. Remember, one day, everyone will die. That is the common fate for all of us. In 100 years of time, all of us are not in this world. We all have to say goodbye to this world. Remember, all the relationships, all the near and dear and loved ones around you will fade away one day from your life. Or you have to fade away from their life. That is the rule of this world. Supreme Buddha said, always remember that you have to be separated from the people who are around you, the people who love you most. Realizing this bitter truth, the common truth for all of us, will give us the motivation and will give us the inspiration to love the people around us more. Because you know that you have a little time. Because you know you have a little time to love people around you, care the people around you, look after the people around you, give your love and kindness to them. You will have a little time for that. So when you realize that, you can love them perfectly. And also, when they fade away from your life, you can see this reality, and of course you will go through some sort of grief in your life because of loss of the loved one. But remember, you will have the strength to overcome that grief by the time. It will not be traumatic to you, because you know this was bound to happen one day. Remember, sun arises from the east, and at the end of the day, it sets from the west. No one can stop that. That is the reality of this world. That is the nature of this world. Sun arises, and at the end of the day, it will set. No one is grieving for that. Same goes with our life. We arise to this world from our birth, and we set out from this world from our death. So death is common phenomena. So what you have to do, when a near and dear and loved one fade away from your life, realize this was bound to happen. This was a thing that should be that must be happen. You have to stop grieving. And after a death of loved one, you should do more good things, more merits and wholesome things in order to make that dead person, the beloved person, to be happy. If that person sees you, that you are sobbing because of him, because of the loss of him, he will not be happy. He or she will not be happy. So what you have to do good things after that, right? Do wholesome things, remembering him, and that will make him happy. So what you have to do, you can cry, it is not a problem, but do not let it go for a long time. Recover yourself from that grief and start living your life in a good way, in a wholesome way. In that way, you will have the ability to overcome the grief of your life. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvang Saranai.